Hello, and you're watching Hoover Wareham here at WCTV with me, your host, Queen Banda. Today with me in the studio is Priscilla Porter, a member of Friends of Wareham Free Library. She's here to talk about what the Friends of Wareham Free Library are doing in order to help the library get its certification back. So let's start with, who are the Friends of Wareham Free Library?
Okay, Friends of the Wareham Free Library. Well, first of all, we're a 501c3 charitable nonprofit corporation. Friends are anybody that wants to join. We probably have about 15 to 20 active members that, you know, help with all the things. Others come and go as they can. We probably have about 250, 275 members. Not necessarily all of them participate in everything, but they pay their dues every year, so they're supporting our efforts.
Okay, so anybody can join as long as you're passionate.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do not discriminate. We'll take everybody.
With a library card.
Well, no, you don't have to have a library card, but I can't imagine somebody not having a library card.
Oh. Well, so let's get to the main business. Our library, our Wareham Free Library, has lost its certification. What do you think that means to the local institution?
Well, I think it's a disaster. I know the whole point with the state in the certification process, it tells you the community has to fund the library at a certain level. I realize Wareham has gone through, like a lot of communities, some really tough financial situations. Unfortunately, with 2.5, which I voted for, so I'm one of the guilty people, I guess, hindsight, 2020 vision, it really isn't the best way to do things. When you look at community budgets and just the benefit packages, the health insurance, they haven't stayed at 2.5%. I mean, just like with the private sector. When I worked, that was something I took care of in my job, the health insurance. Some years it went up like 12%. And private industry, you're not restricted to what you can bring in for income, which the town is. So it's like digging a hole, you just get in deeper. And, the day of reckoning does come. And it's the same with everything, the costs of everything. You can't guarantee costs are going to stay at 2.5%, which is all you can increase your budget and your tax base by 2.5%.
And so
it limits your income. And when the decision was made to dramatically cut the library budget, it was, and by the same token, the Council on Aging got no money. The library got a token, but
it wasn't enough.
Oh, absolutely not. And the thing is that we had been getting waivers because the budget had been consistently cut. But when it was cut so dramatically, there wasn't anything. They just couldn't give us a waiver.
Yes. And so the library losing its certification, how does that affect the library hours and so forth?
Well, the library hours are affected by what money is available to run the library. But as far as certification goes, when a library is fully certified within the state, you as an individual card holder have access to pretty much every single other library within the state. No one community or city or whatever can have every book everybody wants, have all the information everybody wants. So you're part of this whole system. And I mean, I did it. I would want to read a book, and it wasn't at Wareham. I got books from the Boston Public Library. I got books from Reading and whatever. The book would come from wherever. Now, I think it's Swansea and Freetown are the only two libraries in the state that will lend with Wareham. But unfortunately, we're a larger community than either of them, so we actually have more resources than they do. But they have extended that privilege, but no others have. Although we, and I'm not quite sure how it comes into play, but actually the colleges, state colleges, have to lend. But of course it's, in their time frame. So if you need a piece of material from them, you could wait 6 months.
Wow, so it's really, for those who are passionate readers, it's really hard for them.
Yeah, well, and if you're doing research and whatever, although we still have access to the sales systems, so you can still get all your e-books. That catalog is still available.
From all different types of libraries?
Well, yeah, because it's on the computer system on the internet. So that still works. But you've cut yourself off from millions and millions of books to 100,000.
Yes. Now, the library lost its certification not only once, but twice.
No, it has only lost it once.
Only once? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I got that
It
from
came
Wayne.
close,
Oh,
but it
okay.
did not happen.
All right.
So, no, it only actually lost certification once.
Okay. All right. So what do you think the library losing its certification means from our community? Is that like we don't put library first?
Well, you know what? If I was a business person looking to locate my business in Wareham, and I saw the little bit of library services and everything, to me, I would wonder about that community that they don't value, because a library is part of your education system. Wareham, has a fair number of people that their income level is a lower level, and they can't afford internet or whatever, and you're hitting that segment of the population. A lot of you seniors are that way. They got the double whammy. They not only lost the Council on Aging, an active, and the people that are doing it are doing a great job for what they can do, but it's like a double whammy to your seniors, because they can't get all those services at the Council on Aging, and they can't get it at the library.
Do we know what percentage of people come frequently to the library? Is it the students or maybe the elders?
Well, there are statistics, and I honestly don't
All
have
right.
them.
Yeah.
I would suggest you speak with our new director,
New
Michael
director.
Colosi. But I will tell you that the computers at both the main library and at Spinney are used constantly from the time they open the doors until they close. Those computers are always being used, and it's a variety of people. I mean, I'm in and out probably more frequently than but anyway, you see them, and it would be nice if we could put more in, because there's waiting lists.
Yes.
So
Now, the hours of the Wareham Free Library have been reduced, very much so. They're only open, I believe, 3 days a week, maybe, or 4 days a week.
the main branch is open Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The Spinney branch is open Monday and Wednesday.
Yes, and so what is the benefits of having the Spinney Library in Onset?
Well, I was part of the whole Spinney project. The building was given to the Friends for it to be a branch library. If you look at the demographics for Onset, you will see that there's a large concentration of lower income people in the community. I'll tell you, when the first year Spinney was open after the construction was complete, the Friends did run it. And I worked every Saturday afternoon. We opened from noon to 4 on Saturdays. And there were families that came in with their kids who could walk, because Onset a lot is a walking community, that had never stepped foot in a library. And I mean, we weren't pretending to be a full-service library. Every book, every movie, whatever, was all donated. We did not buy anything new.
Donated from our own community?
Absolutely.
Wow.
We filled all those shelves with donated books. I mean, I'll tell you, Wareham as a community is so incredibly generous. You know, the Friends couldn't do their book sales without the community giving us the books to sell.
Wow.
Yeah, it drives me nuts when people start downing Wareham, and I think of all the good things. I mean, I'm not always happy with town government, but you know, it's a give and take thing. It's just how life is.
Absolutely. Apart from the Wareham Friends of Free Library, where else do the library get most of its donation from?
Well, the Wareham Library Foundation they have funds, an endowment. It's not a very big one, but they have stepped up, just like the Friends. Right now, they've made a 3-year commitment to help supplement the new director's salary. They are actually paying 35% of his salary. They also, you know, give grants for books and you know, the needs of the library, like the Friends. But they can do it on a larger scale. They have more money than the Friends.
So you're asking for more?
Well, well, they are going to start, and I'm not quite sure when, but an endowment campaign to increase the endowment so that at some point, as we get to the certification, which means the town has to put in a certain amount of money, and that's a state requirement. It has to come from tax dollars. You know, help, and maybe it would be an 80-20 partnership with the town, 80% the foundation, and the Friends kicking in that other 20. You know, it's not, we are part of a memorandum of understanding, which is going to be signed. It hasn't been yet, but it's been accepted, which kind of makes this collaborative effort a little bit more official. It doesn't say what anybody has to do financially, but it's an understanding that, you know, we're going to work together towards getting our library certified and you know, giving what this community needs for library services.
Could you ask for funding from the Community Preservation Committee?
No.
Okay.
No. This is not that type of thing. They are restricted. There are certain things, although it has expanded over the years, what they can help with. This is not.
This is not it.
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, where do you think the progress is towards helping Wareham Free Library getting certification?
What has happened, you know, the budget is gradually increasing, and that's what needs to be done. That's the main thing, that the tax dollars have to go towards the library. and increase the town participation. The only one bit of the library budget that can be totally funded or substantially funded is the book budget. The book section, that's the only thing the state gives you leeway with. And of course, there hasn't been any money in the book budget, so this is where the Friends and the Library Foundation have come to play. We have been funding the book purchases. Last year during the holidays, we ran a campaign, the Friends did. The staff put together a list of books that they would like to have, and they were fiction, nonfiction, children's. And we put up these, and our whole thing was to give your library a holiday gift of a book. And, you know, it came to about, when you counted the dollar value, $1,500. And people got to choose the book they wanted to give, and they paid for that book, and those books would then have a nameplate in it. The book plate would say donated by whoever. And I mean, people jumped at doing that, and they're asking about doing it this coming season, and we will do it again.
Wow.
I mean, I told you, it's a very generous
It is a very generous community. And that's a good sign. That is a very good sign,
Yes.
that you have people who are working very hard to help the library get its where it needs to be. And it shows that the community is on the same page. You know, it would be really bad if the community does not show any interest, because all of this is towards serving the community after all.
Yes.
Now, the library has hired a new director.
Yes.
Right, Mr. Michael Colozzi.
Yeah.
All right. What does that mean for the library? What do you think?
Well, if you're going to be certified, one of the things you need is a full-time director. And the director has to have a master's in library science, which Michael has. Michael is from Wareham. He went through the Wareham school system. So, you know, he's a younger person, but I mean, I think he's very dynamic. He has some wonderful plans, which is why you should have him on here. But anyway, you know, he's willing to pitch in and do whatever needs to be done to achieve certification and beyond. I mean, certification is the goal, but you know, the type of services people need have changed. There's a larger range. You know, one of the things is job applications. If you're going to apply for a job, you got to go online to do it. And you know, people need help with this. And that's, you know, an area that he would certainly like to improve, and give people more assistance. You know, that's, you know, just one little, he'd like to bring in more programs.
So he is very thrilled, and you're both on the same page.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, he's like
library.
Preaching to the choir. I mean, you know, he knows.
Yes.
And you know, he's very gung-ho. And I think that's wonderful.
Very good. Well, anybody who has your support, they're doing the right thing.
I don't know about that.
Now to the fun things. The Friends of Wareham Free Library are hosting various of events.
Yeah, that is a foundation.
Yes, the foundation. Okay.
Well, the first thing coming up is Scooping for Spinny, which is Saturday at Guido's Ice Cream, 197 Onset Avenue. And if you don't know where that is, it's the same building as the Quahog Republic. It's just to the side of it and back. And all the proceeds will go towards the Spinny branch. And when we put money in the Spinny branch, it means the money for the library just stretches all over both buildings. So that is a Friends activity. Now, the Mad Tea Party, which I have been to the rehearsals.
And how are they looking?
Oh, they are hysterical.
Okay, okay. Because it does say hilarious, one act play.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Oh, believe me,
Okay.
it is. I'll tell you, the tickets are $25.
Okay.
To see Alan and Sandy Slavin as Tweedledum and Tweedledee, it's worth the money. I'll tell you, it's just hysterical. It's one of those really fun things to do. There will be appetizers. There'll be a cash bar. It is at the Redmond Hall, 758 Main Street. And the proceeds from this will benefit the Wareham Library Foundation, which goes back into the library.
Absolutely.
But this is a really fun evening. It's 7 p.m. Tickets are available at both library branches. Cast members have them. I carry them all the time.
So when they see you, they should just ask you for the tickets.
Yes, I have them with me. Okay, and that is October 21st. It's a Friday evening. Oh, excuse me. The next is our October used book sale. That starts Tuesday, October 18th, 5 to 6:45. Thursday it continues, which is the 20th, 10 a.m. to 6:45. Friday we are open, and it's only the meeting room, so you need to use the side entrance, and that's 10 to 4. And our library director takes the time to open and close for us because the library normally is not open. And then Saturday it's 9 a.m. to noon. And we do close at noon because we do have to put everything away, clean up the room, and have that all done in time for 2 o'clock when the library closes. So I've been
And
told,
I have been to that event, I believe it was early on this year.
yeah.
And it was a spectacular event. There were lots of books there of all different types of kinds.
Oh, yes, and we don't alphabetize, although people have asked us for that. We categorize.
Yeah.
We categorize the books. The front couple of tables is kind of a odd selection of books that don't quite fit a category, or might be something that would be just a little different, interesting, and if they had been put with all the other books, you might not notice them. So we tried to pick them up. It's not necessarily that they're more money, it's just they're attention getting. We get a lot of coffee table books.
Very good.
And, you know, to display them correctly, you really need to put them out there. And then in November,
Wow.
we are going to be doing our jewelry and accessory sale. It will be Thursday, November 17th, and that will go from 4 to 6:45. Then we will continue it on Friday, and that's another case. The library is actually closed. It would be the side entrance, and that's noon to 5 p.m. And then Saturday, it will be 9 to 1 p.m. What we are asking the community for is jewelry you're no longer wearing. It can be broken. People buy broken jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have a lot of crafters. We're looking for, you know, new or gently used, I guess the term is, purses, hats, gloves, and scarves. And this time around, Scott Dean of Gregory Scott Jewelers will be there on Saturday from 10 to 1, and he will value your jewelry. I don't want to use the word appraise because people think then they can go to their insurance and say, I had somebody appraise this. It is not for insurance purposes, but he can tell you if you have a piece that you like to know if perhaps it is worth something, you can bring it and he will do it. This is free. If you would like to sell gold or silver, he will be in a position to be able to purchase that.
Wow, and this is Saturday?
This is Saturday on the 19th, of November, yes. And, you know, so this is another one where all the funds go to the friends and wind up back in the library. We're also going to have a quilt raffle. The Busy Bee quilters, who do meet at the library twice a month, have donated. I have seen it. It is beautiful. It's got a navy blue background, and then the patches are multicolored, heavy, warm. We will display it for the first time at the play so people can get to see it. And the tickets are going to be $5 a piece. The goal is to sell at least 100. And that, of course, tickets will be available at both libraries. I will carry some with me. Actually, before I came here, I printed them out. So, but that, and then the drawing for the winner will be at our holiday fair, which I don't have the flyer for that yet, but that will be December 3rd. And part of our holiday fair, we ask the members of the Friends to bake cookies.
Ooh, cookies. That's always a good incentive.
And we have, it's an incredible variety of cookies. It's just amazing. And what we put them in, we sell two sizes, 7-inch and 9-inch aluminum pie tins with, you know, the dome covers. And you tell us what cookies you want in your tin, and we fill it. And last year, that portion of our holiday fair made $450. Wow. So, you know, it just...
Now, if you want to get involved in this bake sale, what do? You just contact?
If you want to bake cookies, you bake cookies and bring them.
Okay. Oh, so it's just a matter, you bake your own cookies and then you bring them, you have your little
to the
section.
Library.
Okay.
And we only do it on this Saturday, and it's be 9 to 1. And what we will probably do is set up on Friday. We'll have people there, probably me, you know, for a few hours. So if people want to drop by their cookies on that Friday, or they can even bring them Thursday and leave them at the library while the library's open, and they'll just put them in the meeting room so that, you know, nobody steals our cookies. It's very tempting.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you so much for coming to our studio to share this wonderful news and to share the progress that the library is making.
Well, thank you for having me. I can't say enough good things about our library.
Well, thank you so much for watching Huwa Wareham here at WCTV with me, your host, Queen Banda. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.